Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacconiana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we are going to kind of step forward in time a little bit as I am learning new things about this new lighter of mine so quickly that I have kind of gotten ahead of myself in being able to get videos published and really want to show you what I just learned from another YouTube video a few minutes ago. I really wish that I could translate the username or at least pronounce it, but it's not an alphabet that I pronounce at all. But if you will go out there and search on YouTube, Zorro Z666. I'm not sure if I put that into the video that I published on Monday or last Saturday, whichever it was, maybe Saturday. But you will definitely find one from a Croatian YouTube channel, which has some reviews of different lighters and other gadgets, it looks like. Has almost 900 subscribers and almost 400 videos, somewhere in the neighborhood of 300,000 or 400,000 views. So relatively generous amount of content. I mentioned earlier that I couldn't pronounce that name because it was in the Ukrainian alphabet, which is what was displayed when I first saw this video on Safari. But here on the app, you can see that that username is Plasmeto. And he published a video, and while I may have pointed out in the video that was published last Saturday, I think I definitely pointed out in the video that will be published this Saturday morning that the fuel screw had a driver which could be used to what I thought was remove the roller. You can see there is a standard screwdriver slot there, and then the driver that looks like a hex or some other shape there in the fuel screw. But at this time, I don't believe that that's actually what that is for, as from watching that other video from the Ukrainian YouTube channel, where that video started with an open bottom lighter that he was putting the wick into and then replacing the cotton down through the bottom. And about halfway through watching that is when I realized that this bottom plate is removable. So there we will remove the inset screw. But if this is like the one that I saw in the video, then it will have a very long pin-like end to it where it is threaded. Now, I kind of wondered, and you may wonder, I don't really want to put pliers or anything on there. So I'm hoping that we can just replace the fuel screw. As in that other video, I did not see him remove it. I just saw him install the base plate and then screwed the fuel screw into it. So see if we can pull this off. There we go. So there is the felt pad. It just fell out. There you see the cotton wadding or rayon, who knows what it is. The fuel screw that is threaded into that base plate, and you can see that the base plate is fitted with a rubber O-ring. Very nice rubber seal, which should protect against evaporation. That seal, along with the seal here in the or on the base of the fuel screw, should definitely help to keep it from evaporating. I do wonder though, because there is no actual seal around the hole where the screw goes in to hold this plate in place. So even though that is not exactly, well, yeah, I guess it would still be all right, or maybe you lose a little bit of efficiency that way, but it's all still held within the parameters of that base. So yeah. Well, no. If you think about it, there, that just fits right down in there. But if you think about it, fuel can come up through there. Oh, well, there you go. They have even thought about that. This is one thing, as I was doing some research a while ago, because I'm going to be writing a review on this lighter and then a broader article on Cygnus lighters in general. But one thing that I kept running into in the comments that I was finding in Facebook groups or Reddit, different places, were how Zorro was so innovative in their protection against evaporation, or trying to come up with improvements or innovations to protect against evaporation. And there you can see right here where we would have had a weak point. They have protected against that as well by placing that small rubber seal against the base of the head of this screw. We'll take our driver and our inset pin screw down. Tighten that down. So we're good there. Replace our fuel cap. And we filled this lighter up, I believe it would be almost 2 weeks ago. Maybe it has been 2 weeks. I'd have to go back and look. You can do a little bit of research if you want and watch those other videos, because I said exactly when I fueled it in that first video that I believe we published last Saturday. But look for another video in the morning as well. I just wanted to show off how nifty that was, you being able to take that base plate off. It'd be so much easier to re-wick and re-wad one. Take one of the more mundane, monotonous jobs that comes along with maintaining a vintage Petrol lighter, and Zorro's made it a lot easier on this one. Until next time.